Redditors who have actually won a lifetime supply of something. What was the supply you won, and how long did it actually last? Comment 1. When I was a kid 30 years ago, my dad said he'd won free pizza coupons. I think it was Domino's, and he had a massive stack of these little business cards, each for a free large pizza. My dad said we had to be careful using them though, so we would only use them occasionally, and I remember my dad sometimes making me order the pizza and answer the door to get the free pizza, even though I was only like 9. Looking back, my dad worked for a commercial printing company and was not exactly an upstanding citizen. I'm pretty sure he didn't win those cards. Comment 2. I won free full body massages for life, which basically just translates to 2 massages a week. It was really good. I got addicted. I knew everyone who worked there, and I got to experiment with all of them to see which were the best. Ended up fluctuating between 3 different staff towards the end. They would even train new staff on me for free because I spent so much time over there. Those training massages never cost me anything either, or counted towards my 2 free massages a week limit. When the place closed down, I realized just how expensive massages were. I haven't had one in ages, and I miss it so bad. Comment 3. My stepdad won a lifetime supply of WD-40 in the 1990s. They sent him 4 16 Oz cans. He died in 2019, and my mom still has 2 cans. Comment 4. This happened in the late 90s. A local bar ran a wet t-shirt contest where the girl who won would win a lifetime of free bar drinks at the bar. They also had cash prizes for 2nd and 3rd place. I don't remember how much, but it was a lot at the time. The result was a packed bar. Tons of girls entered, and tons of guys spent money. My friend's girlfriend at the time, now his wife, won 1st place. She was stoked. He was excited. Within a couple of weeks, the building was condemned and torn down. Turns out the owners of the bar knew that the building was going to be condemned and just wanted to have one last party. Well, talk about a wet and wild ride. Looks like that bar went out with a bang, or should I say, a splash. At least the friend's wife got her moment of glory before the whole place came crashing down. Comment 5. As a consolation prize for losing on a TV game show, I was given a popcorn popper, a little girl's bicycle, and a lifetime supply of Dinty Moore beef stew. I gave the popcorn popper as a Christmas present and sold the bicycle. When the beef stew arrived, it was 1 case of 12 cans. After trying the first can, I realized that the other 11 would indeed last me a lifetime. Comment 6. I won a lifetime supply of donuts, up to a dozen per day, at a local bakery, and it lasted 2 years until the original owner died and his son took over the business. Comment 7. Ryanair, a European budget airline, awarded its millionth passenger free flights for life. After 9 years, they reneged on the deal, so she took them to court. The judge awarded her 60,000 euros to buy her own flights. Her legal costs were more than 3 times that, but Ryanair had to pay those as well. Given the relatively low cost of Ryanair flights, 60,000 euros probably buy her at least 6 flights a year for the next 50 years. Comment 8. I won the Cash for Life $1,000 a week lottery about 10 years ago. Every year I send them proof I'm still alive, and they send me a check for $52,000 in the mail. Living the dream, one proof of life at a time. Who needs a retirement plan when you've got the Cash for Life lottery? You just make sure to keep breathing. It's your key to that sweet, sweet cash flow. Comment 9. When I bought my bicycle, the shop policy was that any new bike purchased included free tune-ups for life. Personally, I thought this was a great business move because it got me back in the store regularly to redeem my tune-ups, kept my bike running smoothly, which kept me an active cyclist. Active cyclist equals active customer. And I also would regularly buy parts and service beyond the tune-up when I was there, which I was happy to do since I had a good relationship with the shop through this free tune-up deal. When the shop changed owners, they discontinued the tune-ups, even for people like me who had purchased their bikes under these terms. I don't go there anymore. Comment 10. My parents won a lifetime supply of toiletries, soap, toilet tissue, and some other stuff. Once per quarter, you mail in the coupon, and they send you another quarter's worth of stuff. It's all institutional grade. like what you'd expect prisoners to use. Comment 11. I bought not one, a lifetime membership to Pure VPN. After just 5 years, they reneged on that and said, no, you only purchased 5 years. I showed them the receipt and basically got, well, we don't honor that anymore. Sorry. Thankfully, I bought it through Stack Social, so when I reported that to them, they hooked me up with a different lifetime VPN provider instead. Comment 12. I won a lifetime of free oil changes for my car. It was during a sale the dealership was having where you had to take a photo with your pet, and the person who most resembled their pet won. I don't know if I should feel happy or concerned about that one. What they did fail to mention is that it was lifetime oil changes for the vehicle I had and I couldn't transfer it to anyone else. So when my dad took over my car loan, they dropped that little tidbit of info on us. Only really lasted me for about 2 oil changes. Comment 13. I took my kids to a pizza buffet place when they received a free kids meal coupon for good grades. The cashier mistakenly charged us for the meals. When the manager came out to correct the transaction, I said he could just return the coupon and not worry about it. He gave us an entire stack, about 50, of unused coupons that were attached together like a checkbook. We got free kids meals until they obviously reached the age limit. Comment 14. My uncle gets free Ben & Jerry's for life. He's been friends with the actual Ben & Jerry since before they opened the first shop. He has a card that says free ice cream for life, and he can get pints or cones at any scoop shop, at least locally. He also gets decks of free pint coupons that he can use at grocery stores and gas stations. When Unilever bought them out, they tried to buy back all the free ice cream for life cards. I guess it was a fairly generous offer because my uncle is one of only a few that chose to keep the card. Comment 15. Back in 1997, when I was 13 years old, I won a contest for a lifetime supply of models from Revell. A semi-truck pulled up to our house in a very quiet suburban neighborhood and proceeded to unload 4 pallets of plastic models in the driveway. There were hundreds of models, probably one of everything they offered in their catalog at the time. I kept about 2 dozen, which kept me busy for a year or so. My father helped by finding a local retail hobby store to buy the rest of them at a very favorable price, so we could just get rid of them. He put the money into US savings bonds for me, which I cashed out many years later to use for a down payment on my first new car. The dad was the real MVP, turning plastic models into real-life dreams, from model kits to car keys. All kids deserve fathers like that. Comment 16. I won a lifetime supply of AA and LA batteries from a major Canadian tech retailer about 20 years ago. The thing is, batteries last a long time, and there really isn't that much that I use batteries for. Hypothetically, I could start a black market battery business by just getting my free batteries and selling them to people in need, but it's just not worth the time. Even getting the batteries isn't worth the time. I have to get them to type in my name in their system, and there's a note by my name indicating that I get free batteries because I won a contest 20 years ago. And then they run and get their manager to look at it because that looks suspicious. And then the manager looks at it and then asks me questions, and then they finally relent and give me my free batteries. Comment 17. Not necessarily one, but I bought a lifetime membership at one of my favorite nightclubs/concert venues early in the pandemic. They released a limited amount as a COVID fundraiser, and they went fast and will likely never do something like it again. So it feels a bit like I won. Came with free entry plus 1, coat check, and 2 drink tickets at every event at the venue, even sold out ones, for life. A couple of years out, I've gotten more value than the cost. I'm still on the list for every event, and most of the staff there know me, partly because I'm there a lot and also because I tip well on those drink tickets. I'll often just drop by for random events, artists I'd never heard of, or dip in for a half hour at a sold-out event with a $50 door cover just to say hello to some friends. I imagine someday the venue will close up shop and my lifetime membership will close with it. Comment 18. In elementary school, I got the option to choose a lifetime supply of chocolate milk or a cruise vacation. My parents chose the cruise vacation when I wanted to choose the chocolate milk instead. They ended up going without me, which hurt my feelings. I'm financially free now and travel every month, and whenever they ask me to bring them along, I always bring it up. Edit. My school had a milk program where every lunch I would get a small carton of chocolate milk, and there was a prize if your milk carton moved when opening it. Comment 19. I had a friend in college who won a lifetime supply of Gillette razors. They just sent him a crate of Mach 3 razors and refill cartridges, and that was that. It was just a one-time shipment, but it would be hard to get through that many razors in one lifetime. Comment 20. When I was a kid, I won a contest online that included a lifetime supply of Hubba Bubba bubble tape. I don't remember the exact amount, but I think it was about a dozen boxes of gum. They also sent me a small boombox and hockey jersey with the Hubba Bubba logo on it. I got sick of it pretty quickly, and it had a shelf life. A friend and I wound up using it all for a school project where we had to make a model of the town from the book The Outsiders. We made the entire model out of gum, and it was disgusting. Our jaws got sore from chewing all the gum, so we wound up dipping it in water instead. Our teacher docked us points for creativity. 20 years later, and I'm still pretty mad about that. Comment 21. I once worked a job that had me purchase Subway sandwiches for mobile working crews and let me keep the tickets when you could fill the card up for free sandwiches. All the tickets were numbered and purchases were valid. After 2 years, I had enough tickets and receipts to redeem multiple sandwiches daily for at least 6 months if I wanted, and still accruing more. I started filling the cards and giving them to friends to eat a free lunch. Within 1 month, my friends and I were banned from every Subway in a 5-mile radius in Los Angeles. They put our pictures up on the wall and refused to honor the stamps, no matter who brought them in. Inside of another 2 years, Subway corporate canceled the stamps altogether, and no one would accept them. I couldn't even give them away to a food bank or the homeless to get a free sandwich. Thanks, Subway. Comment 22. My mother bought a Toyota Yaris years ago, and the dealership was running a Tires for Life promotion. She gets free tires whenever she needs them, but she has to do all of her maintenance work at the dealership, and the deal won't transfer if she sells the title. The dealership didn't run the promo for long, and she was told recently she's the only participant left from the promotion. Free Tires for Life might just be the best deal on wheels I have ever heard of, even if it means sticking to dealership maintenance like glue. Comment 23. Didn't win a lifetime's worth, but won a year's worth of non-perishable food. Every month we'd get 2 or 3 massive boxes filled with all sorts of non-perishable food. It lasted for about 9 months before something changed behind the scenes with the company. They got back in touch with us a few months after the year was up and told us we still had 3 months of credit, so we told them to surprise us. This all happened years ago, and we've still got some of it left. Comment 24. I didn't really win it, and it was only a year's supply, but I got a year's supply of Hot Pockets when I was 17 because I bit into a Hot Pocket that had no filling, and I sent them an email pretending to be my mom complaining about it. To my surprise, they actually replied and sent me a golden coupon that was good for a year. I ate so many Hot Pockets that I hate them now and haven't had one since. Comment 25. Not exactly lifetime, but I once won a 5,000 Eros 1-year voucher at a pizza place, and it lasted a year. I spent the last 75 euros on the very last day. That's a lot of pizza. Comment 26. My parents did it twice in a relatively short period of time. The first was at a fair when I was in high school. They advertised it as a lifetime supply of ice cream sandwiches. They ended up giving us 100 boxes all at once, right there on a warm July day. My mom was only able to collect them at the end of the day, so there weren't even that many people to hand them out to. We got home and had about 60 left after giving away as much as possible and throwing out what didn't fit in our freezer. I played lots of sports, so I ate a lot, and my parents just said I could eat as much as I wanted anytime I wanted. I went through 60 boxes in a couple of months. That was a good time, but not so good for my weight. The second was when they bought an expensive microwave about a year later and won a 5-year supply of microwave popcorn. Basically, the same thing happened. We got a huge box with like 200 packages, and I was told to eat as much as I wanted. After living in a house that smelled like popcorn for a few weeks, my parents just threw the rest in the garbage. Comment 27. My mom won a lifetime supply of Surf, the washing powder. Basically, we got 72 8 kg boxes all at once on a pallet from some kind of raffle competition. Ended up selling 60 boxes for about 10 pounds each to corner shops and splitting the rest with some family. She didn't have enough room and didn't even remember entering the competition itself. There was also a bunch of washing liquids and stuff from the rest of their range, one of each type too. Comment 28. I won a year of free chula. It's a fast casual Indian restaurant. They give a year of free food via a coupon book with 52 cards for free meals to the first 100 customers at any location. I saw that the line was short on the way to work and called everyone in the office to get in line. We had all our business meetings at Chula for a year, with the company paying for meals when people ran out of coupons, didn't have them, or hired anyone new. The food was perfect because if you ate vegan, paleo, gluten-free, or any combination, there was something on the menu you could eat. We still use them for company catering because everyone likes the options. Comment 29. It's not a lifetime supply, but I won a year's supply of Chipotle entrees once. Came as a stack of 52 free burrito cards with a gilded farmer embossed on one side and a unique code on the other. At the time, they didn't limit what I put on these freebies or when I used them, so I gave away a lot to friends, family, and the occasional homeless guy, and told everyone to add guac and double meat and make the most of it. I did keep one as a memento, which I still think I should frame. Comment 30. My father played a game on teletext back in the day and won a lifetime supply of some beer. However, they cheated him and only sent him a party keg. My dad was a programmer, so he wrote a program that played for him cards on teletext. If the program was about to lose because of bad cards, it quit the channel and logged in again automatically again for the next run. The program was playing day and night, and after some weeks, he had won several TV sets, video cameras, cruises, you name it. Eventually, the organizer of the game locked my father out, which was illegal. So he sued the company that organized the game and reached an agreement. They paid him an amount of about $10K, and he never played again. So, instead of a lifetime supply of beer, he got a lot of stuff. And this is why I, as a teenager, had my own video camera, which at this time was so expensive that people had to lease them.